can be here in Buffalo Gap. Talk a little bit about this guitar. My house is the home for lost instruments. I have had several kind of come to me in different ways. Built a copy of a Boucher banjo, which sometime down in here we might just play. And I have a Martin that has Bart Barton abaloned into the neck and a strange pickguard, D28. My dear friend Jane told me the story behind it when she was so kind to make it be mine. Anyway, there's stories there, but some of the things we do, we don't put on the internet. Anyway, this old Gibson, it's a little LG one, I believe, and they're not a whole lot. There's a serial number, and my expert friend Dale Morris, we figure it's somewhere between 1954 and 56 or 7. I don't know, but I was given this guitar because I wouldn't buy it. It's a long story. Back in Montana, family times were tough. Not quite like what may come here, but they were tough in Montana in the 80s. And they're leaving town. And they had a yard sale. And actually, I'm looking at two Pioneer speakers that I bought at the same time that I've carried with me now for almost 40 years. But they had this little guitar laying out there in a cardboard case, and I opened it up and I looked and I went, oh. And they had, this was a long time ago, but they had $10 on it. And I looked at it and I said, you know, you need to get a whole lot more. It had a little crack right in here. And, you know, they didn't know what they had. So I told them, I said, listen, I can't afford what this guitar is worth because things weren't all that easy in our house. That was a lifetime or 3 ago. And so I just went about my way. I did buy the speakers in a very good Pioneer stereo set from them. And a chair. Went the way of many things. But anyway, so they're getting ready to leave town. And I hear a knock on the door. And they're standing there. And I'm making this shorter than I usually could. And they come in and they tell me they're leaving town then. And they had that cardboard case, which is right over there up against the wall. And they gave me this guitar. And I think it was, I was lucky enough to, in a moment of clarity not to try and rip them off, which is not how I was raised. And they gave it to me. And I told them, I said, okay, here's the deal. I will pay you the $10 that you had on it. But they were going to give it to me. I've carried it with me ever since. And I'm getting, to be honest, I'm getting so I got some infirmities. They're making it harder for me to play guitar. I never was that good. I mean, I don't know, you guys know of Steve Kilby, but that's a guitar player. And then there's 8,000 other ones. Kilby's the one who sends me the cat videos most of the time that I steal from him. By the way, everything you ever see on my page is absolutely stolen unless I wrote it. I found it some other places, and now people are actually sending me stuff. We're going to get through this thing. And I don't know what the heck I'm going to play here. I've got this tuned in a G. Because I just really like it. I don't know whether I'll sing or do anything, but hell, we ain't got nothing else to do, so if you want to listen, let's try. It'll change a little bit as it goes. I don't know what's been going on. So crazy, seems like times are gone. I don't know what's coming today. All I know is we'll be okay. Most of us ain't kids, most of us ain't young, most of us been through this all before. Yeah, this is a little rough, could be a little tough, but we've all been through this before. So I dream of a time when we're together. I dream of a time we'll stay, a time when we keep it all together, looking for another way to go home. I think that laughing is the only way to go. I think that smiling at each other is the way to go. I don't know crazy, oh yes I do. But if we get a little crazy, we've got an excuse. Yeah, we got a hell of an excuse. So I look around at the people I love, finding them there online, looking around the house I live in, all the memories, feeling fine, because we all are lucky, we all have it easy. There are people out there we'll never sing this song. So smile at your brother, love on your sister the right way. Feel it in your heart and soul. Well, that's fun. I don't know what it'll be like when we cut it to video. But yeah, if you guys have been looking at what I've been putting up there, I'm going to find funny stuff if I get it. Send it to me or share it. Music. I want to do a whole lot of politics because we all know what's going on. If you don't, bless your heart. This is going to take leadership. And you've seen me write about that. But it is. It's going to take leadership and all kinds of leadership. We're going to find out who our leaders are. And they may come from pretty strange places. They always do. They come out of places as needed. So, that's enough preaching. I'll get going. Anyone who knows me knows I will get going. Um, but that's enough for one day, don't you think? I got lots of other instruments in here. I don't know that I'll do it every day. I'm going to do it when I feel like it, because that's the only time. Uh, it's so much fun, though, to see all my other musician friends from all my other different musician lives and performing lives. Folks, we're going to be all right. This is a tough one. Any of you who ain't in the gig economy, you got no idea how scary this is for your performers, your musicians, your waiters. I have a son-in-law who has been a waiter. In fact, he's head waiter at the Von Trapp Lodge in Stowe, Vermont. Folks, that's a profession. That's a real job, making real money, and working real hard. There's a lot of folks who don't understand when they go into a club and they see somebody up there. That ain't playing. That's work. No, there's nothing wrong with loving your work, but we're gonna have to really kind of figure out ways to take care of each other because cash gonna get a little tight. So I'll be promoting stuff that I love or that I like or that I see. Every good music thing I can find, maybe a little silliness on my part, and wishing all of you out there in the ether, you know, as I was told years and years and years and years ago. See, I've started off into another one. I was about 19 years old, and I was crazier than a loon. I mean, we're talking 1970, 71 in there. And things were pretty crazy at my house. And I was pretty much living wherever I could hang my hat, including an Opal. Don't do that in the winter, I know. But anyway, I ended up getting collected. I got a job in a mental institution for children. My mom and I both worked there. And another guy named Phil Williamson took me home. I had a 1948 GMC black pickup truck with no heater in Wisconsin by the name of Crazy Horse. And we lived out in what we called at the time the Turtle Lake Boogie Palace. One guy had been in a submarine for 6 months underwater, and he got out of the Navy, and he's a heck of a drummer. Anyway, we lived out there, and he would play cards and bring home supplies. One night we found him in a phone booth trying to call his submarine. Again, honey, this is 50 years ago. So it's been a journey. I'm going to get out of this. But Phil's told me one thing, and I've never forgotten it. And it was a simple phrase. It's going to be all right. Now, he said this to me when, to be honest with you, it wasn't all right. So I've never forgotten it. And folks, it's going to be all right. No.